Rapper Slowthai hurls champagne glass into NME Awards crowd in ugly confrontation as audience members confront him over lewd comments made on stage to Catherine Ryan. This is the moment Slowthai appeared to throw a champagne glass at the audience during an altercation at the NME Awards in an ugly confrontation as audience members confronted him following lewd comments he made on stage to Catherine Ryan. The performer launched himself into the crowd and had to be restrained by 3 bouncers after he threw his microphone into the audience, only to have it thrown back at him at the Brixton O2 Academy in South London after a man picked it up to call him a waste man. He reacted by launching his drink at a person he was rowing with for ruining his speech for the Hero of the Year prize, before leaping off the stage at them. The rapper, 25, can be heard shouting "what" over and over again as bouncers restrained him after his performance earlier in the evening with more Amasa. The ugly scenes followed bizarre exchange with the comedian Catherine Ryan, who was hosting the ceremony, which started with him leaning into her face and putting his arms around her as she tried to keep away from his face. Shocked social media users shared footage of him leering at the host and telling the audience, "She wants me to tend to her flowers." He began by urging her to smell my cologne as he says "smells good don't it" and shushes her, calling the host baby girl. "If you wanna do something see me later yeah," he then tells the Catherine and later adds, "You ain't ever had anyone play with you like me." She hits back as he looms into her face, "You are like the hottest guy I've ever seen." Her sarcastic rebuff didn't appear to throw him off despite her mocking him openly in front of the cringing crowds. He replies, "Exactly so stop playing with me." Catherine hit back by making an X-rated withering response at him as the audience cheered her response. She continues to ridicule him as he leaves, telling the audience, "Let's hear it for, so hot, he's so hot." As he left the stage, Ryan also joked, "Thank you Mike from Love Island," before adding, "You are younger than my babysitter." Twitter users praised the comedian for the way she dealt with his behavior as she mocked the idea that she would be sexually attracted to him during the exchange. She even intervened in the row that followed his lewd comments, pleading with him to desist. As social media users rushed to the comedian's defense, she clarified that she wasn't intimidated. She tweeted, "He didn't make me uncomfortable. This is why we need women in positions of power. I knew he had lost from the moment he opened his mouth like any heckler coming up against a comic, not a woman, a comic. I was operating 2/10. What a sweet boy. I diffused it. Tonight was fun." Slowthai hit headlines in September when he held up an effigy of Boris Johnson's severed head at the Mercury Prize ceremony. His "Fuck Boris" t-shirt was adorned with lewd images of the Prime Minister as he performed at the Eventim Apollo in London. After stripping to the waist during an energetic act he shouted, "Fuck Boris Johnson. Fuck everything." Mr. Johnson laughed it off by joking that the rapper had actually said "back Boris" but was let down by the acoustics. Speaking last month, Slowthai said his outspoken attitude was inspired by 90s Britpop pioneers Oasis. Slowthai, real name Tyler Frampton, was born in 1994 in Northampton. He was raised by his mother and grew up with his 3 other siblings after his father left the house when he was just 3 years old. The rapper grew up on a council estate and building where it is thought much of his musical inspiration stemmed from. He studied music technology at college and is said to often have skipped school to attend a local recording studio. After college he worked as a laborer, and when he was dismissed he decided to focus entirely on his music career. He got his nickname as he used to slur and mumble, so his friends would call him Slowthai.